Hey, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. This is Dr. Durr. I'd like to welcome you back to the Wake Up YASHAR'AL channel. All praise to the Most High Yahuwah, from whom all blessings and benefits flow. Today's lesson is the Torah was written by Yahuwah, not man. Torah written by Yah, not man. You need to settle it in your spirit. You need to settle it in your heart. Man didn't write anything. Only thing they did were led by the Ruach to write down what Yah spoke. You probably have noticed for the last few weeks I've been dealing with how we need to keep those commandments or die trying, that the Torah is still relevant. The Most High has been dealing with me about the Torah because, people kind of scoff at the Torah, especially these scholars that we have out here that have taken our book, have went in our book and have replaced the name Torah with the word the law. I did a research and I found out that the word law, I went in the law and found out that the word law in the King James is written from Genesis all the way to the book of Revelation. I went through and searched every one of them. And when I went in, I looked at the word, the law, and I said, let me find out how many times is this word law written in here. I found out that the words, the law, was written in place of Torah 410 times. The word law was written in place of Torah over 459 times, all in the King James Bible, thereby eliminating the finger of Yahuwah from his book. So therefore you don't see the word Torah. Torah is nowhere to be found in the King James Bible. That's why you need to get rid of that book. I found out, and I've been studying that Torah. I said, hold up, there's a conviction on me. Why am I keeping that book? It don't even mention the word Torah. It's eliminated. And Yah, when you read the book of Jubilees, gave Moshe the Torah and the commandments, the testimonies. He gave it to him written on a table of sapphire stones. I'm going to show you that. We're getting ready to read that in a few minutes. So as you can see, the heathens were on an assignment to destroy Yah's Torah, the one they have taken and made their own, which is what we call the King James Bible. They put the word law in there. But guess what they replaced? They replaced the word the Torah. You have to understand the Torah cannot be erased or replaced. Many scholars who have written many of these modern Bibles have excluded the word Torah from its own manuscript. Therefore, the message has been altered. Even if it was a small change, these changes have distorted the message of Yahuwah unto his people. So think about it. When you change the word Torah, the name that Yah gave to Moses, and we're going to show you that in the book of Jubilees, first chapter 1 through 6, how the Most High gave the Torah and the commandments to Moshe, and he gave it to him and said, give this book to my people, read it to them, teach it to them. This is what they're going to have to follow and serve me with. So how did these people get a chance to get our book, get it dissected, tear it apart, and do what they wanted to do with it in order to get their agenda passed? Saints, it was all about scheming and tearing the set apart scriptures apart and replacing us, the Hebrew Israelites, with heathens or Gentiles to take our place, the imposters, to make everybody in the world think that we're less than nothing, to beat us down, to try to wipe us off the planet. And they did all of this calculated. They did all of it with knowledge. They did all of these schemes and tactics with a plan, and they did it on purpose to fool the masses into thinking that they are the people and we are nothing, just to take our place and to make people think that we are a low-life bunch of folks and that the Most High never loved us. So the awakening is bringing everything back to light, and we're waking up to our identity, and they are being exposed to the world that they are imposters and they are false, and that the heathens have always lied. In the book of Jeremiah, it says that all the heathens are going to say about their fathers, we have been lied to. We have inherited lies from our ancestors and our fathers. So the truth is coming out, and it can't be stopped. All right, let's go to the book of Jubilees, the first chapter, starting at the first verse. And it came to pass in the first year of the Exodus of the children of YASHAR'AL out of Mizraim, they just came out of Egypt, in the 3rd month, on the 16th day of the month, that Elohim spoke to Moshe, saying, come up to me on the mount, and I will give you 2 sapphire stones of the Torah, and of the commandments, which I have written, that you may teach them. Did you hear what he just said? Yah told Moses to come up into the mountain. And we know in the book of Exodus, he told us how Moses went up into the mount and talked to the Most High Yah. And he hid in the cleft of the rocks as Yah passed by, conducting his writing of the Torah and the commandments. Now think about this for a minute. Why did they take these books out, these 14 apocryphal books? Because they have information that connects all of the books together. Instead of 66 books, there are 80 books. And the number 8 itself stands for new beginning. So number 66 is the number of man. They made that number 66 on purpose. They took out the Most High's name, his son's name, the Ruach HaKodesh. They took out the names of the apostles and the prophets and the teachers of Yah, the mores and the rabbis of Yah. They took out their names and gave them English names. They gave the Mashiach a name that's a Greek name, a Spanish type name. So here we are trying to get all this stuff back in order, and you have to teach it to our people who have been brainwashed just like us. Most of the world has been deceived. Revelation 12th chapter, the 9th verse says how the whole world has been deceived by Satan. It is true. And so we are in a fight. But that second verse of the first chapter of Jubilee sums everything up. It says, come up to the mount, and I will give you 2 sapphire stones. It's not granite stones. It's not on wood, as you see in these stores, how they just be making up stuff. Even they make up stuff about Noah's Ark saying it was only 2 by 2. No, it was 7 clean animals and 2 unclean animals. But notice the world always used the unclean. So let's go in again. I will give you 2 sapphire stones. Sapphire. Think about it. Go look up sapphire. I did a teaching on the 5 sets of stones in the set apart scripture. It breaks it down how Yah used the sapphire stones to do his commandments and his testimonies on. But look at this. Gave him 2 sapphire stones of tablets, the Torah and the commandments, which I have written that you may teach them. Yah already gave him the Torah. He gave him the whole thing. He wrote the whole story for Moses. Say, this is what you're going to write and talk about. Gave it to him. And the 3rd verse saying, Moshe went up into the mountain of Elohim, and the glory of Yahuah abode on Mount Sinai, and a cloud overshadowed it 6 days. And he called to Moshe on the 7th day out of the midst of the cloud. Notice the set apart day. And the appearance of the glory of Yahuah was like a